I'm sure. Somebody say
I'm
something.
Lincoln.
Okay.
Hello,
I'm
everybody.
saying something.
There you go.
Mhm.
Okay, that should...
Oh my god. I'm
Yep.
getting an ad for that Severance show. If you guys haven't seen it, it's worth it. It's really cool. I mean, it's on Apple TV Plus. I don't expect anyone to know what it's about. I don't have it. My friend loaned it to me because he's like, I have to watch the show.
Wasn't that on TBS first? Then like follow up.
I don't know. I know that this
group
is
of
like,
thieves that are grift. You have no. Sure that you haven't muted yourself. Mhm.
Won't know if that's fixed until I get a signal that it's fixed. I don't know about it.
Okay.
Is anyone actually watching?
Yeah, I don't. I have a second screen, but I don't have the volume on. It doesn't,
yeah,
interfere with my.
Better. Oh, okay. Because the sound. Turn that up. Be back. Always afraid of being too loud. Hopefully that should be better then. I'm not muted. I was just really quiet.
Mhm.
Okay. So lots of stuff here. I think this is good. Should all be working except for apparently the chat, which is supposed to be Streamlabs. It's supposed to be working, but it's not.
Well, I'm using the chat.
Oh, well, I mean just for, like, getting it to automatically show up. Because we've typed stuff in, but it's not. That is a shame. I'll go ahead and just throw Theta a message and work on that on the side.
Okay. So as we are dealing with technical difficulties, hi everybody. Welcome back to Mirror Souls, our Sunday Shadowrun game, 5th edition about Shadowrun. With us, we have 3 players at least. Myself, Lessons, your GM, or Johnson, as I guess it would be in this game. GMs don't actually have any term game master.
The JM.
The JM. The big J.
we'll call you the Run Man.
The Runman, yeah. We also have with us Blank, Trashboat, and That Bastard. Would anyone care to introduce themselves?
Alright, I'm Shy. I'm playing Trash Boat, the adorable Scrapyard Himbo comic relief character. Yeah.
Hey everybody, I'm Griffin. I'm playing Blank, the guy who does literally everything, it seems.
Yep. You are the glue that holds our...
I talk,
faces
I hack, I
together.
even do juggling on the weekend.
And then, of course, we have That Bastard. Goodbye.
I'm Mark Lord. I played that bastard. I didn't realize it was going to be me.
No problem.
That bastard is always ready for a scrap. He's been cybernetically augmented to be better at fighting in hand-to-hand battles that make up this shadowed universe of streets in the
Hey, it
Oh,
works.
yeah, that was a real effort. I respect it.
Yeah.
So we're here, and we are picking it up from last week. Basically, our friends were investigating the disappearance of a rich, a child of the movie industry here in Hollywood, LA, and apparently he had been sniffing around or working with mothers of metahumans, doing some charity work and volunteer work, and then he disappeared. Following that investigation, and one member of the team went to a local nightclub called Liquid Metal to see, because they had they investigated their apartment, found that he, of course, had been gone by about a week or so, maybe 2 weeks at most. And now, the last time they were told they were going. So let's start. Who is in the club today? So I think it at least has to be Blank. They don't have to be alone though, although you are in the VIP.
Blanks in
Alright.
the VIPs. I
Yeah.
wonder how they got him there. Purely by legitimate means, right?
Well, hey, I'm a famous actor now. I work for Mothers of Metahuman. I was on the news for 5 seconds. That means I'm famous. Never mind a decade history of acting.
I don't think I can argue. I was trying to be jokey about your hacky stuff, but no, that was a legitimate argument thrown back in my face.
Yeah, you can't put me down more than I can put myself.
That's a fucking mood. I felt that.
Oh, jeez. Alright, well, if anyone wants to hang out at the club with me, I mean, it is a club. And I guess I am going to go ahead and start moving in and start mingling.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be at the club. I want to be trash boat. I want to
Oh,
do stuff.
there.
Oh, maybe we should get you some nice clothes for that.
Remember the last time we took him out to the club?
Here, the music is muted downstairs. So there's some music here, but it's not as loud. The person you're looking for, a reminder to myself, as well as everyone else, for some reason, in this game, I like to have the dark mode on. Just for this.
I put dark mode on Ev.
You're looking for Darius Quimby, scion of the family Quimby, who are basically agents / high-powered lawyers in the LA area, for the rich and famous. Also dabble in movie production at the time. You met with Maria Quimby, sister, who is now an up-and-coming DJ in the area, and this is one of the clubs that she frequents, that she's booked for the entire month. And the person you talked to in the apartment where supposedly Darius used to live, the last residence, said that he was going to visit his sister.
Right, and that was about a week.
It's interesting because she's the one essentially put you on the trail to find there.
So the running assumption is either A, somebody's lying, or B, he never actually got to his sister, in this case, last week.
Yeah.
So maybe someone around the club happened to have seen maybe where he went or what he... I guess part of that is, in fact, just going around, mingling, buying some drinks, and chatting people.
Mm-hmm. I believe your tokens are on the bottom center.
And trying to run
Yeah.
problem. That's Oh no, I crashed everything. Alright. So I guess if I'm gonna go walk around, we got at least we got one cool looking person over here in the corner at the bottom.
Yeah.
I guess let's go ahead and pull over here. Like over at the bar. What is she doing, like right there? She's like slightly behind it, but not exactly. She's like chilling on the corner.
Yeah, she's one of the bartenders and servers. So she's coming out to go over here, to serve these folks right here. So she has a tray of drinks. Now, there's not a lot of people here. Most of the security's downstairs, so once you're here, a lot of empty space. Kind of lonely. There's a pole for somebody who wants to do some pole dancing here, right?
Is that an invitation?
Very classy, of course.
Yeah, and she's moving in this direction.
Oh. Well, aren't you looking good this evening?
Oh, excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Domo arigato. I shall be with you in a moment. She sort of, serves a couple of drinks here, and turns back to you and says, "Is anything I could get you?"
Since I'm getting the feeling she actually has like a Japanese accent, given she also just threw a couple words. So I'll go ahead and like switch over to Japanese. Hey, I know that too. And I'll go ahead and just make a quick order here and something for trash, but
Yeah, she says that she has a series of beers from local area, Yukas, and even some Japanese beer.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and maybe pick out a couple of nice Japanese beers for trash, but
The angry water again.
Yeah, she says she still has some Sapporo, and Jabisu. She doesn't recommend the Asashi, but Sapporo is very popular here in this side.
Okay. Let's see. So I'll go ahead. I'll open it up. I'll take like, and I'll go ahead and just kind of open the conversation.
And basically, she does the thing where she brings the beers and has the glasses that are already chilled. So she pours it in, right, and leaves you the bottle. No. And this lady here's like, she waits her like, Mama san, and she's like, like just a moment. She goes back. There, this gentleman, who is Caucasian, her drinking champagne, probably from Napa, and coming back. So she's going back and forth like, Domo, I apologize. I'm the only one here at this moment. I have to serve everyone else. Hope you like the beer.
Oh, yeah, of course. Hey, say, didn't I see you here last week? Were you working at that time? I can't remember. It's been a...
I work most days.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
But I don't recall seeing you here. Is this your first time?
Nah, I mean, I'm a little forgettable at times, but, a friend of mine actually came by, and, gosh, I'm trying to remember what he would've... He was telling me all about it, but I can't remember. Maybe you do. It was a guy called, and Lessons, you'll have to remind me about this, I think it was Darius.
Yeah, Darius would be.
Darius,
she kind
I was
of
very
rolls.
close.
Darius, yeah. She kind of rolls his eyes like, Darius, son, yes. I hasn't been here a week or so. Last time he was for his sister. And she points you in this direction. It's like, she's sitting in the lounge, taking a break. I'll talk to her.
Yeah. Did he get a chance to talk to him last week?
No, she wasn't. She was doing another gig. In fact,
no.
She was doing some other gig, so I don't know. He came in, he asked for her. He was pretty antsy. Usually the bouncers don't let him stay here up for too long. His sister can't, if she doesn't vouch for him. Poor guy.
Oh, did he actually get thrown out?
No, I think he went to the bathroom and then that was it. Couldn't find her. I haven't seen him since.
Huh. Alright. Well, thanks. I'll go ahead and take a sip.
It's pretty good. I mean, it's a lager, right? Little off compared to the stuff that you might drink American beer, but it's not that different, right?
Let's see. Sorry, I'm just trying to sort through.
And by the way, she doesn't charge you anything. Like, apparently, if you're in the VIP, you're fine. Either you already have a tab open or something, or people in the VIP just don't part of the VIP process. They can get to drink as much as they want.
Hey, that's what you get for being a cool actor.
Very helpful.
Alright. So, he did in fact come in, and he did miss his sister. Alright, so that at least checks out a little bit, and helps a little bit of extra. She's over there, she probably didn't see him, in which case. So, what do we do next, Trash?
Oh, geez, you're asking me?
Well, it's not like I'm a private investigator.
Wait, did I become a private investigator?
Congratulations.
You have to tell me if I did, legally.
We'll get you a badge tomorrow.
Oh, wait, really? I could. Well, I guess we can just leave this to my detective skills. What are we investigating?
We're investigating the missing. Apparently, he came here, didn't find his sister, went to the bathroom. Trashbo, why don't you go check out the bathroom, actually? Maybe you left something there. Who knows, maybe they didn't...
Yeah, I've got to go anyway. That angry water runs right through you.
There you go. So we'll go ahead and let you handle that real quick.
Investigate bathrooms, I guess.
There's a lot of them compared to how very few people
there's
here.
quite a few of them. I guess I'll start with the men's rooms. That seems like the most safe option.
They're all well. They seem to be a mixed, right? Unisex bathrooms.
Yeah.
These actually are basically sitting down units, Japanese.
Okay. And I'm just looking for any trace of Mr. Quimby here, right?
I believe that you have to do
There
there should be a button for that on the first one of you.
it should. And there it is. 2 successes.
Turns out his body's been there for a week.
You're looking around, and since nobody there, no camera like that. When you are over here, it takes you quite a while. You do find
Ooh.
Find that. This right. Taped
Oh,
underneath
it's a
the
thing.
yeah, taped underneath the sink.
Oh my God, guys, I was born to be a private detective.
It's a mini disc.
Oh, well, I happen to know a guy who likes mini discs actually, so I'll just like try and as like as smoothly as possible, even though there's like no one watching, just like inconspicuously just dip it in his jacket pocket. But it's not inconspicuous at all.
Give you control.
And
token.
yeah.
Go by all play. You can move it.
Oh heck yeah. Yeah. Nice. And yeah, so we've investigated the bathrooms, found our little mini disc thing here, and we're gonna go back to our buddy Blank.
These two seem to be having a very serious conversation in Japanese. His Japanese seems to be pretty good. You can do blank. You can do a
Okay, just give me 1 sec.
yeah. You
2
notice that
successes as well.
under his haircut, you see a blinking light, and you realize that basically he's using a high-end skill software to be able to speak Japanese. And you kind of realize that while it is well spoken, it is clearly very formal in a way that is sort of kind of clipped. Like it's like somebody reading from a script rather than somebody speaking. It's functional, and what you can observe from the point of view, the lady doesn't seem to mind too much, but clearly he's not a native. So are you going to pass this sort of stiffness quietly? There's a skill for that. The skills. I just pull a character. We know.
That's sorry. I had like a dog bark. So
Yeah.
I'm just overhearing that they are speaking Japanese, but I haven't like heard much of a conversation.
There seems to be business pleasure kind of. In other words, it's salaryman type discussions, right? Where they're kind of talking about work, but sort of more relaxed kind of way, maybe complaining about their boss, etc. Thing. So they might be high level. They seem like to be either record executives or other type of business. But you're not really sure.
Okay. And Trash Boat, remind me, what did you find, if anything?
I found this little disc like hidden at the bathrooms there.
Another disc. Well, I mean, I got my comlink, got a disc, click, let's see what's on it.
Okay. Yeah, this one is also encrypted.
Oh boy. So I'll have to take a moment to deal with it. I'll go ahead and take a quick bathroom break just so that no one, sees me going into full AR unconscious at the bar real quick.
Yeah.
So I'll just go ahead, sure, I'm gonna use the handicap stall. Let's see, so what kind of check was it to break it last time?
Search file, I believe.
Search, here we go.
This also has a threshold. This one has you have no interference here. The other,
yeah,
but
very
still,
helpful.
it's still threshold.
Okay.
You need at least 3 successes to make it, unless you brute force.
Well, I got 4.
Yeah, you realize that the password for this information is a variation on alphanumeric variation of his sister's name, phone,
Oh.
which is Maria Andrea Quimby Lomar. So it's basically he converted into alphanumeric numbers and then created a. So it's past. It's not the level inscription is not that sophisticated, but it's enough that it randomized enough that one go you.
He didn't make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I approve of him already.
Gotcha.
It's good.
Yeah. Now, what's interesting about this list? It's a list of equipment, mostly cybernetic. Now, you have any knowledge skills on cybernetics?
I don't believe I actually do. fact, pretty sure it is at 0.
Yeah.
But, I
you
bet...
want to have to do some research or find somebody who doc.
Yeah, I could probably just go ahead and ping this list over to, Trashboat Bastard. Just go ahead and, end the text message, question mark, of just, you know what this is, question mark.
You said that was a cyber tech?
Yeah, cybernetic.
Cyber technology.
Cybernetic. Oh, I have cyber tech. I have a little bit of that. Let me see if I can wrap my little trash brain around it.
Bound to be better than my -4.
Oh, that's 3 successes.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, you realize that a lot of the cybernetic are implants that are. I mean, all cybernetics are constantly connected to the brain, but these are connected to SimSense, Killsoft, and memory chain. Like there's technology that allows you to edit memories. So someone is working as well as some list of limbs and usual augmentations for stuff like limbs. But most of it, and this stuff is pretty old too. Like we're talking about decades old stuff. Old wires and pretty. It's cheap. You can find it, right? And because you work in this sort of extra field about how people find cheaper stuff, and there's the right combination of being old enough that it's down in price, but not so rare that the price goes up, right?
Right.
And that's where it's outdated but not collect level. That's sweet.
I do have a shop list. To what end, though? What do you make of it?
I mean, I identified the tech. I don't know who is using it. I don't know, but things might not be good for our Ruby boy, I would guess.
He's running up money to buy a bunch of cyber technology, to go around places, die.
That's basically what I said.
Definitely very, very troubling. In which case, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and leave my bathroom break. Stop, wash my hands on the way out.
And also, there's a list of another thing important. Not only the list, it's also where they bought. So and all of them are in the greater LA area. Maybe greater, out. They're not outside the LA. Maybe in the right there. So yeah, all of them are sourced.
Okay,
There's
so
a couple of shops.
yeah, so that was some important information. Maybe if we checked out those finds. But this is kind of interesting. Maybe we should go ahead and talk to our confidant over there, and maybe let them know how it's going. See if they could add some extra information to this.
So,
All right, let's go ahead and wander over right past the strip bowl, the lounge, and she just chilled on the couch.
Yeah, she's just watching a giant screen, plasma screen.
watching anime.
I'll just step over.
Like the old plasma, the old projection screen. 3 look like 3. Yeah, the lamps are over here underneath the seat.
Yeah, it's like a real physical projector instead of just an AR screen.
Yeah.
So I'll just wander by and just be like,
She's
got room on that couch?
Seeing, and she's like, she looks at me like, what?
Yeah, just
What are
tap
you
the
doing
ear.
here?
Been looking around. Thought I'd keep you up to date.
About my brother?
Yeah.
So what's going on?
I'll go ahead and take a seat over. Well, we've been asking around and we're getting closer. It seems a lot of people think he's missing for a while, but not quite as long as you have.
Then why hasn't he contacted me yet?
I don't know. This is the last place that we thought he might have been, but he's got some interesting hobbies going on. Has he ever shown interest in cyber technology or getting augmented?
I mean, besides doing surgery to extend his ears, fucking hell.
Yeah, he's
Not
on
really.
the plastics, but he's never added any, right?
Not that I know of. What do you think he's gonna now join a cyber gang or something?
Just cross my arms at that thought. It's like, oh wow, he'd be. Oh, I don't want to think of the result of that.
If he joins a
No.
Ripper gang, and she kind of crosses her arms, like she's really worried, but she doesn't want to show it, so she's doing the whole wrapping herself around her.
Yeah,
body
she's
kinda thing,
going the
like,
defensive posture kind of thing.
Yeah, she curls up in the couch.
It's not a Bad idea, though. He ever mentioned anything like that?
No, I mean he doesn't. He's not one of those people that hates cybernetics, but I mean he's had plastic surgery, but it's no. I mean, like I told you earlier, he wants to save the world. I told your friend, he wants to save the world. He doesn't rip it apart. So I don't. What kind of tech is he?
I'll go ahead and
Memory
like
augmentation.
I'll like show off the list. What do you make of all this?
He's like, ooh. Uh, she looks at the list of persons, see if she actually recognizes, because she also is not cyber. So for what he,
Yeah, this might
but he
like
has
hit a memory or
one.
something.
Yeah, I don't really know much about this, except this stuff looks like BTL stuff, Simpson stuff. I thought about getting one of those, but I might try it out later. Never really got into it.
Oh,
It's just,
recording or you?
I mean, just using. It's like I thought when I was doing it younger, but that's it. They're not illegal, unless you fried your brains with it.
Recording. I think I got a couple ideas, but thanks for the insight. I think I'm gonna follow up on some of see if maybe someone else has had more recent contact. Maybe we're getting closer. I'll keep you up to date. And
Okay.
Yeah.
And she gives you makes it verify that you have her comlink. I mean, if you find out any, let me know first. If I have to talk to.
Well, I guess he's been running around on his own for a while. I'm hoping he can come to... Here's hoping. Then I'll just go ahead and finish off the beer. Alright, guys. Get going. And, yeah, I'll go collect Trash Boat, who seems like he's stuck out the bar, and let's get out of here. We got more places to visit.
Oh, I didn't move my... Yeah, so you got... This angry water, this one actually tastes pretty good. He's into it.
Yeah. Plus, I think you're the actual one driving us around, right?
I am. I'm a little chauffeur for this little group.
It's so nice not having to pay a tax.
Right.
Alright, so, well, we have a list of docks here. I don't suppose these are dated at all, are they?
No.
No? Okay. So, we gotta narrow this down somehow. We gotta start looking in. I guess we could maybe hit up a fixer, and they might be more aware and do all the connections really quickly, whereas, like, we literally have to go hoof and, like, knock on everyone's door. So, any of you guys got a fixer? I tried texting Whisper earlier, but, I fell asleep.
I've got a guy.
You got a guy? Alright, give him a
thank
call.
goodness.
It's all you.
Who is your guy? 3. Let's go back. So you're gonna first hit the your contact, see if you're gonna go legwork, or you're gonna try to do both.
I guess we get to contact them first.
Okay. What's the rating on your contact?
Connection 2, loyalty 1.
So 2. So give him a what? Okay, so run me through it. What are you trying to get out of him? What are you asking?
Well, we want to give him the list of cyberware that our target was interested in, and ask what can be done with this and who in this city is qualified to use it and incurious enough to not ask what it's being used for.
Okay, I'm gonna make a roll and see if he has one roll first. 2 success. Like, he gives you a call back. What's his name? What's the name of your contact?
I just call him Mr. Fix-It. That's what
back.
the bastard calls him because he doesn't know his name.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This stuff this stuff is interesting, and I don't mean in the individual bit. I've been running around saying how good it is, but it just this has a this has the smell of a bunraku up. I don't like. Sure, you want to keep digging on this because this is some dark stuff.
Yeah, I think so. Might be we found somebody who's on the wrong end of it all. We might be able to get them out.
I'll keep making some, spraying some questions around. Yeah, this might cost you grease the wheels. Again, the individual parts, they're not illegal, but when you put these all together, yeah, it can get pretty dark. He's basically going to ask you for about 500 grease. Not a lot, but it's enough to. You can make it not a.
I was just gonna give him 1,000 and tell him to, earn it, basically.
Okay. It's down 1,000. Yep. I'll get back to you. Within say half a day, he has about 3 or 4 locations. People that might particularly source this type of older equipment, right? And he gives you the names, right? And these are basically the names are like mom and pop, right? They're small corner stores, right? If you go any side street and like that, it'll be like the kind of business that's sort of motion between buildings or in the back of an old, warehouse store or whatever, or some guy working in, his garage in the back of his house, or whatever. So it's like, yeah, I got the list. Some of these are actually great. You might want to check their. If you have the serial numbers, you might be able, get to talk. I'll be real careful with this. They might not know that what they're for, but then if they do, you be prying. And by the way, you talk
to
click.
Meanwhile, over the front seat, just trash mode.
So, how'd it go?
Just like running the radio, singing. Turns around.
And the bastard will tell what he learned from the phone call.
Alright, so you gave him the list of names, and they came back with some verification, or what we got for target? Did they narrow it down?
We found some front businesses.
I guess we'll have to actually do the knock. What kind of businesses? These the chop shops or something?
They're
mostly we found the fronts for the businesses that are the chop shops, right?
Yeah, well, chop shops and like people who actually just sell the stuff, right?
Right.
So,
well, time to go ahead and do some backroom dealing. Let's go, everybody. Yep. We got some names. Let's check them out. This might take some hours.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone asks or not for me, I'm already too sobered up as it is.
Well, hey, at least you look like a customer.
I mean, I could stand.
Wait, what do you got?
I have base stuff that I need to add on to, so it does anything.
Oh, do you have like a cyber? Thank you.
I've got where are my enhancements here? Yeah, I got cyber eyes, cyber ears, and my car stuff.
Oh, no wonder I've never noticed. It's all in the head.
I mean, here, because we're using the 80s aesthetic, a lot of this stuff is pretty normal, right? There's blinking lights, cables, cords.
I just thought you liked wearing headphones all the time.
But if you have something like long hair or something, you can hide them. But you gotta.
Yeah, in trash mode. That's kind of a key character point.
Alright, so our list has turned up some actual addresses. We're going there?
But we're stopping at McDonald's on the way.
Yeah.
Like,
McDonald's brought to you by Stuffer Shack, brought to you by S Technology. Featuring the McRib 7.0, even less meat. Less meat, more mystery.
So yeah, so you go to the back to the valley, and this is a shop that is basically run by by a guy who runs it out of his back of his garage, basically, and it's just a mess of boxes and all kinds of things. The guy is, you see the guy. I'll show you, heavily tattooed. He's working, and he has like one pile of chips and electronics and all that, and he's soldering something, and you have like another pile of home computers, like the all-in-one computer, which is a keyboard and a computer in one, and they're like almost like tablets, but they're like almost tethering like 5 or 6, like having like a stack of Amigas or Commodore 128s on top, and a bunch of stuff, and maybe you see a gun here and stuff like that, and he's working. And when you're coming in, the first thing you hear is like a growling dog, like a mutt, like it's like, shut up, I'm working.
Blink, I wish to pet the puppy.
I wouldn't put your hand too close.
The puppy growls, but it's a medium-sized dog, but it kind of cowls. It does the thing where it's sort of like, oh, I'm a big tough dog. When you actually approach, it's like, yeah, I'm not so tough.
Toughness may have been oversold a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll leave this to you. I got some business to take care of.
It's literally the thing where he's doing the, if I didn't have this invisible chain holding me back, I would certainly tear your face off.
You're lucky this time.
So I guess Blank is gonna walk in, and he's just literally gonna call out, knock, knock. Customer is here.
It's like, what? Oh, man, come on in. You need some compartments on your arm or something. You need some plugs. What do you need, man? Come on.
Oh, well, I was gonna ask you about some Synsem stuff. Ah, I cannot say that 10 times fast. I got trained on that.
No, man, I don't really deal with that much, man. I used to deal it back when I was running with the Red Hots, but now cops are messing around too much around this place. I don't do that much. No way, man. You need something if you need something fixed, like a jig, I can fix it for you, And he points out, and like there's what should be the kitchen. There's like a chair there, where it's like it looks like a medieval contraption, and a dentist chair all at once. You can't tell whether the shackles and chains stuff that are supposed to bind people and the actual chair begin.
Yeah.
I'll do you a solid $250 for diagnosis and basic repair, because if you got it from me, it's a good thing. I don't want you to get messed up too much. I look out for my customers, but I don't do new stuff.
Can I throw a judge intention here? Because I'm pretty sure he's like trying to cover himself up. I want to get a feel for the mood. Let's submit it. 2 successes.
You get a feeling he's being, he's trying to being evasive, right? He's trying to distract you with his fast talk. Like he's trying to fast his way out.
So I'll go ahead and just step up, and just say, that's not what you said last week. I heard you sold to some kid with elf ears.
I don't do no elves. I mean, I got nothing wrong with elves. Some of my best friends are elves, but I got nothing to do with them.
No, he's one of them.
Yeah, well, he walked out of here with it. So what? Someone steal your stuff?
I don't know. He's like, I used to. Okay. I used to sell a lot of that stuff back in the day. Like I said, when I was running with the Red Hot, and you can do. I don't know what knowledge skills anybody has.
I know street gangs.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh.
I know my better than I know my video. Gangs of LA. 3.
The Red Hots used to be a gang that was pretty hot in the 2060s, about a decade and a half. But they haven't been heard of in 5 years. When the Yakuza Triad gang war heated up in 2022, a lot of gangs got in the middle on the Red Hots, which were never really a big outfit to begin with, just disappear from the right.
Right, either they got killed or they got absorbed.
Yeah. And you see the tattoos that he's having. A lot of them have into like circuits, like circuit boards and stuff like that, right? And it's the kind of tattoos that those tattoos that people use them. They can be obvious or subtle, but they light up the skin sort of right on the UV light, or they can actually turn them on and off, right? I've seen those tattoos before. There used to be a fad about 4 or 5 years ago, but all the big Hollywood stars were wearing those tattoos. But most of them were wearing the kind that you can't see unless they turn them on, right?
Yeah, you
so
can't have like electrochromatic stuff.
Yeah, they're very subtle and very expensive. This one is more openly. It's a modification to his already existing.
Yeah, just a
but
little bit on the top.
But those circuit board tattoos they're the colors, yes, erased. So he's not lying about it.
Yeah.
That he knew them or he was a member.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and say it's like, look, I'm no Yakuza or anything. I ain't hear about any of that. But whoever walked out of here with that last week, he's probably in a bit over his head.
I don't know. I mean, okay. Where are you getting this information that I talked to somebody or so? I told you, I used to do that.
And I'll just
back in the day.
I'll take like the disc and I'm just gonna like twirl it in my hands and like, I got his shopping list with your name on.
I can look at the disc. Come on, show me.
Yeah, sure. I'll go ahead and just like toss it over to him.
Yeah,
he'll catch it. He'll pop it in.
Yeah, he moves it like a bag of trash, and there's like all CRT, and there's a mini disc player, and he's like, he doesn't even bother like sliding. He just like slams it. And starts dealing with it. Come on, and he switches between like Central American Spanish and Japanese, right? He sort of mixes the two, and it's like comes in. It's like okay, this I sold this. Actually, I sold it when Okay, step inside.
All right.
And he the dog comes in and sort of sits by his legs, and he closes the
garage
thing, right?
door. Yeah.
And the garage door is like, and the gun is still there. He doesn't reach for the door. Okay, take a seat. And there's like a couple of stools and stuff like a plastic chair and cheap Walmart chairs. Take a seat. Okay. Story time. I'm gonna tell you because you've been nice and you didn't come with guns and didn't point anything in that, and you look like reliable people. Okay. About 3 years ago, the last of the Red Hots, were no more. I had to get rid of all others before the cops came. Right?
Yeah.
Right? Because it was hot. They were looking for that shit. Got rid of it. So I had this guy come, Anglo. Came in, he wanted a big pile of stuff. He paid, I don't know, he paid me like 9,000 New Yen. Like he just dropped the shit and that was like, give me everything you got. Like, sure, man, take it.
Quite a garage sale.
Yeah, I was like, this guy wants to take it from my hands, and I said, listen, as long as it doesn't go back to me, I got no problem with this. Okay, so he took it, and he like, right, and that's been it. And I figured that he was running a new shop somewhere, and you were coming to get some pigs or something, and I said, listen, that's why I do it, because I don't want to burn no bridges, So this is why I do it. Someone comes in, I charge him a little bit, make sure that his stuff is not too bad. My stuff was old, but it worked. But that's about it. That's all I'm saying. I got rid of it. I don't know if the guy's alive or dead or something, Big Anglo guy, bald with a scar, that's the word. Across his eye. Still worked though, apparently. I don't remember it was cybered or it doesn't matter. They wanted it. I took him off hands, and that's the last time I heard of it. You can check here, and he actually checks. He has a list. He has like a book, like one
he's
of
got an
old computer
inventory,
catalogs, right? Yeah, he's like he checks like this is where I got it, and it's one from places like I got it this and that, blah blah blah, and this was this is all legal though. All the stuff I have is legal. It's a legal transaction. Of course, that was a couple of years ago, so 9,000 New Yen are long gone. I gotta pay for this place.
Yeah, it wouldn't last very long, not in tech anyway.
Yeah. So I do what I can. I do.
Huh.
So we good? Are we good?
Yeah, I think we're good with each other. But you got no idea who this guy really was. Just he's big and bald.
And he can look at the list. Roll. He knows his tech, so he's gonna roll.
He'll put it together. One. That's
Two.
two.
Yeah, but he has advantage that he's to work with.
Yeah,
No, this is Monraku. This list right here, like some of the stuff is just like augmentation for okay, that you can take it away. But all this stuff, and I never did with this stuff. I didn't do that with the Red Hots didn't run with. This is Bunraku. You know what Bunraku is, right?
Yeah, they basically robot slave at that point, right? That's what I get from
Pretty
movies.
much. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we never touched that stuff because that's one short train to cyber psychosis. One moment you're having a good time, the next cold dog wagon because you lost your pee-pee. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that. Or your arm or your eye socket or whatever. Besides, if you start doing that stuff, it's like when like drug dealers say that you shouldn't do your own stash. Kind of like that. You never know when somebody's gonna turn around and do it to you. I swear I would never like to go there.
This was 3 years ago.
Yeah,
Has
it
it
was
already
3
been
years
installed?
ago. I don't know.
Maybe
Man.
he had it installed on someone else.
You answered my questions, but it's just making me ask more questions. Damn. You've been a big help.
Good thing. Now, if you need anything from me in the future, as long as you keep quiet, don't tell anybody what I'm doing here, we're good.
I'll give him 1,000 new yen. Let's see. We were never here.
He punches a button in the wall.
Garage door starts rising, gets stuck for a second,
Yeah.
he presses the button again, keeps rising.
I had to fix it.
Right. I guess back to the car, everybody.
You go to the other stores, and basically it's a similar story.
Mhm.
Although the quantities that they bought, and some of them are more recent, sound like 6 months ago, something like that. But they bought a lot. Whoever bought this, and they describe other people. Sometimes they describe the same person that Yoshiro talked to. He never mentioned his name. It's good, but it's on screen anyway. And other people. So the last sale was about 6, maybe a little, 4 to 6. Smaller numbers, more refined. But again, as you ask around, if you give them people the list, they give you the same like, they don't want anything to do with this. It's like, Bonraku.
Yeah, so the more this comes to light, the more either A, this kid is like trying to puppet someone else, or B, he's really, really stupid. And it's doing it to himself.
The
Which
description
hasn't
of the
escaped
person.
me as a possibility.
The thing is that the description of the person that did it doesn't match his.
Yeah, which is
Yeah,
weird.
the group that you have, like all of them are humans, and mostly not all of them are. They're white California. And so, and in fact, one other thing what you're interesting is none of the shops that you go to, none of them are all their own human.
Yeah, so
You would think that you would have like orcs and elves and other people involved. They always went to human sellers.
yeah, the more this adds up, the more this is looking sketchier and sketchier by the moment, that's for So what do we do with this then, Bass? I don't think we actually have another lead out of that, do we?
No, we don't know what the products are intended for, except what they can be used for. But that alone doesn't tell us who they're going into or what the ultimate goal is.
Well, if I were to go ahead and start assembling stuff like some sort of guess, right? So we have a bunch of humans buying from a bunch of humans for a bunch of control equipment for Bunraku, and then a lot of non-humans end up dead.
Yes, maybe
What's the
someone's
connect?
being filmed committing these murders and everybody else is enjoying them.
It could be some SimSense snuff. Say that 10 times fast. But if it is, then what's this guy's part? Is he a victim? Enabler? What's his angle? everyone else seems to think he was just a nice, quiet guy of some sort. And I don't see a supremacist going around putting on elf ears or green skin and deciding, you know what, this is what I want to do. It seems weird. Something isn't adding up, and we don't exactly know where to go next with it. We've run out of friends of his, that's for sure.
Yes.
But we do have a bunch of other people that maybe they show up somewhere. Maybe I could go ahead and try to do a search for these people and see if maybe they have, like, media accounts or have shown up somewhere. Maybe these purchasers could link back to something that we can investigate. That sound right?
Mm-hmm.
That could be a good idea.
Alright. So, if this would be a matrix search, what are we looking
Are you looking for, okay, who's your target? Are you looking for media presence for the sellers?
for the buyers. So the people who walked off with the equipment. So we have their descriptions.
Okay, so basically, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a matrix search.
Yeah, we're looking for the MyFace accounts.
Yeah.
And of course, the higher it is, the longer it's going to take, so I might just be indisposed doing that.
Yeah, okay, matrix act. And you're doing the matrix. Q4, change icon, crack file, check over score, crash program, control
Page
device.
241.
Yeah.
Is what is.
I think you're doing either a snoop, or yeah, you're doing. You're snooping on their social media site. Actually, let you intercept matrix graphics and to your target. So as long as you have the target marked.
Right, mark is I've already seen the target, I've done an action which puts a mark on them, and then I'm literally tapping their phone.
Yeah.
So, but this is more like traces that they've put out, things that they've posted, not like their direct communication, which maybe I could get to eventually, but we gotta find these people.
Yeah, you're just doing matrix search. Just a standard search.
Okay, so this is just gonna be a minute then, and not like 12 hours. So let's do it. Let's see if I can find some weird in the back of 4 successes.
What you do find, the description of the man with the scar, you find a very choppy local news headline basically with very short video of an arrest of a local poly club member. But they're not mom though. I'll tell you what they are right now.
It's Humanus.
Yes, of a local chapter of Humanus Polo Club, and that was about 5 years. And the camera's shaking, and people are being shoved from a building where there was it's a shootout, night errand shootout with local Humanus Polo Club, group, and it was an abandoned firehouse. And about 5-6 years ago, and they're being dragged, and they're doing the thing where they're trying to cover their faces. But one of them you catch is there's a Shadowrun on one of them, and it's a very big guy, with tattoos, and they have the Humanus tattoos covered, and they don't have a name for this person, but they do have their other name, but not this particular.
Right, so this is a weird guy who got arrested anonymously, and then 2 years later, someone spotted him walking about, buying equipment for Bunrock stuff.
Yeah,
so he's still in the game.
Yeah.
So no idea who he is. I guess quick matrix search. That fire department is still totally abandoned.
Yeah.
It's the murder fire department. No one is going there anymore.
But you do get a series of other people that were arrested that were identified. You get Joe Trauma Johnson, Marcus Immortal Jason, and Luke Spike Tarino, among others. So they are affiliates, and you can try to do a search.
I think that would probably be good.
John.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and start doing the search. So let's go. into the interwebs with 2 successes.
You find Torino, and he seems to be living in the outsides of the city, more to the core of the pueblo. The council. It's like on the other side of the Hollywood Hills, where it's more open. That's the last address. The last address is for him is about a year or so, and he has a tracking number as somebody who was under house.
Is he still under house arrest, or was that just in the past?
That's what number. That's the last information you got from him. Because
Okay.
the Pueblo Council has a thing where people who are released from prison, depending on what they do, for example, like hate crimes, what they do is they release them and they have a community. They basically like when people do certain sex crimes that they have to announce their everybody in the neighborhood has to know what their crimes are. Well, they do that also for hate crimes.
Hey, that's not. He's still way out there, and he might not even be there. But hey, guys, you want to go crash some racist house and like rough him up? That'll be fun. I see the nodding over there from Bastard. We're in.
You know me. I'm not much of a fighter. However, I would love to escort you.
Okay.
And maybe crash car through his wall. Do we have a spare car? I actually can't afford to lose it.
Well, don't get a shot at.
All right.
We probably won't get that far.
You go through the Hollywood Hills, and the other side of Hollywood is where mostly it's open desert, Southern California area. Used to be a lot of farmland, but now that the water was interrupted in these areas, basically all these abandoned, except for a few vertical that private corporations have. But like the farms that used to be, the rich farmland here is long gone because that water got. So you have corporation and whatever terrain was there was bought up. So there's no real individuals out there, and they're basically these are just patches of trailer parks everywhere. It used to be towns, Barstow and other like that. Now they're just trailers. They don't. They're the main street is disappeared. Maybe a building. So yeah, you pull in, and it's always very interesting because there's so many trailers that are running the building. They kind of look like suburbs by the sheer quantity of them, but they're not proper buildings. They're just trailers. Well, some of them are buried up to half the ground. So I guess they are permanent by virtue of not being able to move them, right? And the first thing you hear is like the of a beat up air conditioner, big, this, and there's a car with no hood is up, no tires. So what are you gonna do?
Like someone might actually be home then. Lights are on too.
I mean, you're coming in, afternoon, so the lights are on. You can see like flies and other things just sort of buzzing at the light of the porch, what passes for a porch. It's a double door. It's a screen door and a metal door behind it, but one of those very thin metal doors. And even as you approach, it's very cold because AC is.
Yeah.
So.
All right, Bastard. You handle this for a second. I'm gonna sit in the car and I'm gonna need a granola bar. Beer.
Out of character, what is the goal here? I'm sorry.
You are following one of the leads. Supposedly, this guy called Torino. I think Torino was a member of this Poly Club, the Human Club, which are known for basically being racist gangs, political action. He got arrested about 5 years ago, and he's one of the people that was recognized by the, from the descriptions that were given.
Oh boy, and then when a dwarf to him. I mean, dwarves are the metahumans with the most insulting names. Because it bespoke a physical condition that existed before the globalization. Let's see.
But now they're built like brick.
Yep. And I don't know quite what I want to say to him in character. I'm trying to think of it. I could take the heavy reformed angle. Be a very brave angle to take. to see what his attitude is. We're trying to figure out what his connection to the purchaser of those items is.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I don't have any skills to do this is let's try though. Okay, he'll go and knock on the door. Ding dong.
Yeah, you. And yeah, it's cold to the touch. What? I already paid my rent.
Mr. Torino, may I speak to you for a moment?
Gets up. No, you don't see. There's the windows are also closed. Sort of opens the door, and it's so cold that you can see like steam come off, like from inside, right? Like what? He sort of you can smell the alcohol, like from down there where you are. He's a pretty tall guy, but very thin. He has no wearing shirt. He has like two, a tattoo sleeves going all the way to his wrist, right? And shoulders and wrists, and you can also notice that he has an old spine implant, right? So that the spine sticks out cybernetically.
That's weird. So like the spinal prominences stick out.
Yeah. What? And you can see it just reeks of alcohol. What? Lady, I told you to pay the rent already. Wow.
Mr. Torino, I'm not here for the rent. Please. I wish to speak to you about the organization loan.
Oh, fuck me, a dwarf. The dwarf tossing is on Tuesday. I don't do that right now. I gotta go down to Mary. What? There's like 5 of them.
Well, that's exactly what I'm here to talk about, sir. Do you consider yourself reformed?
What?
Do you consider yourself reformed of the crimes that put you under house arrest? Your hate crimes against metahuman and minorities of the human persuasion.
Well, you what? You doing that like local news thing? I'm gonna be in the news. Is that it?
Yeah. And he'll his eyes are chrome looking anyway, and if he wants it, they can like glow from reflected light.
Mm-hmm.
So he makes them turn red. Or one of them turns red, the other turns blue. See, I've got a camera right here. It's recording in 3D.
All right. Okay. Give me a. And he goes in and puts like a white beater on. Right. Send you. You're gonna pay me for this? And oh shit. Never did. I used to. And he closes the door behind him, right? Because it's this cold air. Because this, it basically took like one of those like industrial AC units, like for like Walmart or big stores, and he installed in this tiny little trailer, you know. And the moment he goes out, he starts sweating profusely because hot air hits. God. And he goes and there's like a water spout with a hose, and he just opens the water spout, starts drinking from the hose, sprays his face like blah, 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 and sits down in a platform. Okay, you're gonna do the thing that you ask me questions and see what I can pay me out. So you should pay me first. Don't get out of my face.